welcome to my video blog. I hope that you're all well and I hope that you're keeping warm in this horrific weather that we've got in the UK at the moment. We're completely snowed under in London. It's like 10 centimetres of snow here. It's really, really bad. But thank God it was my rest day today, so I didn't have to go to the gym or anything. But I've had a really, really good week of training and dieting. I've finished 21 weeks, which kind of seems quite crazy really, because I have kind of leaned out. But the maddest thing is I haven't even started the proper diet. Now, I saw Louise yesterday. I drove to Bournemouth and I saw her and we trained together. And I'm going to be starting the competition diet and training in 2 weeks' time, basically. So I've got 2 more Sundays pretty much, and then I'm starting the comp diet and training. And that is going to be for 14 weeks, not 12 weeks, 14 weeks. So I've got 14 weeks of no cheat meal, which is going to be really hard going. The dieting, she's kind of talked to me a little bit about it, but to be honest, I don't really know what to expect until she sends it to me. I don't actually know what it's going to be like, but it's going to be hard. And the training's going to completely change up as well, because the type of training that we did yesterday I've never done before. It was shorter. This session was much shorter, but it was hard. It was very, very hard. So that's been completely changed up, and she's told me to do for the next 2 weeks. She just wants me to try different training methods, stuff that I don't know about, stuff that I've never done before, stuff that I didn't even know about. So I've had to look a load of stuff up, and for this week I'm going to be trying different training methods, which I'm really looking forward to, because it's stuff that I've just never done before, and there's a lot of information out there on it. And you know, Louise talks about it a little bit on her blog as well. She has a blog too, and she talks about a little bit of it on there, and she did one of the training techniques with me yesterday, and it was quite tough. So I'm quite looking forward to the shock my body's going to get this week. For the next 2 weeks it's going to be shocked into oblivion by trying different things, because she said to me, you have to kind of keep your body guessing and, you know, that sort of thing. So she says she can't ever specifically tell someone what to do, because she doesn't always do that herself. She kind of mixes it up quite a bit. So she wants me to try out all these different training methods, so that I kind of like, you know, get a bit of an idea really as to what to expect, you know. So yeah, you know, I'm going to try some very bizarre things, but, well, bizarre for me because I've never done it before. Quite hard as well, especially when I think of the kind of diet that I'm doing at the moment. It is going to be quite tough. So, but it's fine. It's fine. I spoke to Neil as well this week. I had a really, really good chat with Neil as well. He spent quite a lot of time with Louise at the expo. They spent quite a bit of time together because they've worked together and stuff. And he said that Louise is really, really proud of me. She's really impressed with how much my body's changed, and, you know, just things like that really. So that's really, really cool. And he's, you know, and he said again, you know, we're going to really, really support you at the gym. And he said something really sweet actually on Twitter. He tweeted me and he sort of said, you know, you're the next big thing in figure, which to me is like, oh my God, to hear that from him. He's Mr. Universe. You know, he sort of said, you know, you work really, really hard. He said you work very, very hard, and, you know, that's all I can do. That's all I can do, crew, is just try my best. I work hard and try my best and just see what my genetics are. I don't know what my genetics are, but it'll be interesting to see. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how I look kind of underneath the fat. But she didn't, we completely forgot. She couldn't take measurements, body fat measurements of me, simply because we just completely forgot about it. So I'm going to get Neil to do that in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to get him to take all my measurements, and so that I can see what my body fat is to start off with, compared to kind of, you know, once I've finished dieting completely, once I've completely depleted down. It'll be good to see, you know, how much body fat I lost in that time, especially with the diet and the training. So that'll be really, really cool. I also went and saw my surgeon this week as well regarding a boob job. I went and saw the surgeon as well, which was really, it was a really good thing. It was really, really good. Let's just say I kind of understand why these women get it done. I understand exactly why they get it done, because when I tried it with the implant in, right, when I tried it with the implant in, I couldn't get over how small my waist looked. My waist looked like that, literally, and I was like, oh my god, I couldn't stop looking in the mirror. I was like, oh my god, I was like, my waist looks that big. And he kept saying to me, you know, you're not a big woman. He said, I don't know where you've got it in your head. He actually said to me, I don't know, you probably think you are a big lady. He says, you probably think you're fat and that you're big, but he said, you're not. He said, your frame is actually very, very small. And he said, you've not got much fat on your body at the moment. And, you know, he was just telling me about the technical side of it. And I just thought, oh, okay, because I'm going to deplete down and then I'm going to have it done. So I'm going to be very, very thin when I have it done anyway. But that way I'll know how big it's going to be. But he said it's going to look big on you because you are small. So, you know, I guess in your own mind you kind of have an image of, you know, everyone, a lot of women have it, you know, body dysmorphia. You sort of think, I look this big. Well, you're not really. Like, I think I'm really fat. Even though I'm not. Right? I'm like a size 8 now. But, you know, I still think I'm really fat. And even Steve's like, you know, it's in your head, but it's what you see in the mirror, isn't it? I was saying this to Neil, I said, you can say it to me, Louise can say it to me, but what I see in the mirror is completely different, you know, but, you know, I do see a big difference in myself now compared to, like, say, in September when I first started, so that's good, Lou has warned me, actually. This is one of the biggest things that we talked about when I went to see her yesterday. I was very aware of it anyway. It's something that I've always been aware of, is that I'm going to be up against ladies who are on a lot of stuff, right? I'm going to be up against women who are on a high cocktail of drugs, right? And it's something I've always just dismissed, and I've always just been like, oh, it doesn't matter. And I didn't, yeah, I've just always just dismissed it. I've always been like, I don't care, you know, I'm just going to do what I need to do. I'm just going to, you know, I'm going to stay natural, and that's it. That's all I know. But, you know, I think she was trying to warn me that you are going to be up against ladies who are on a lot of stuff. And, you know, I guess that's been playing with my head a bit, I have to admit, because, you know, I'm just going to see how it goes for me naturally, how far I can go naturally, what my genetics are naturally, and that's it. That's all I can do, really, because that's not an option for me to go down that road. That road of using stuff is something I cannot do, I will not do, because I want to have more children. And there's a lot more other things I want to do in my life as well. This isn't all I want to do. There's a lot of other things I want to do. So, you know, I just have to wait and see. It's all just a big waiting game. I was talking to Steve about it this evening. I just said it's just a very big waiting game for me. I have to see what's kind of underneath here. You know, what are my insertions like? What are my abs like? That's the biggest thing. What are my abdominals like? You know, am I genetically gifted or am I just average? You know, if I'm average genetically, no amount of drugs are going to get me there. It's not going to get me there. If I haven't got the right genetics for it, it's not going to happen. So, I don't know. I'm just going to... That's all I can do is kind of wait and see. I'm very realistic like that. And I'm very... You know, I'll still do everything that needs to be done naturally. You know, I will train very hard. I will diet very hard. I'm not going to touch any fat burners. I'm not going to do any of that. I just want to see what I can do myself. I just want to see with my body, the air in my lungs, and just with my own brain, what can I do with that, and just see how far I can go naturally. I take a lot of inspiration from Nicole Wilkins-Lee and from Erin Stern, who are both 100% natural, and they both have won Figure Olympia, and they were both 100% natural. So I take a lot of strength from that, you know, that they got that far on their genetics. So let's see what my genetics are. But team, I will be training very, very hard, and I will be writing my blog this week, hopefully, okay? Stay warm. Wrap up and stay warm, alright? It's absolutely freezing. Alright? Lots and lots of big love. Mwah! Bye!